Alright nerds, how's it going? Welcome back to Link's Awakening. So, after the last video I put up, I recorded 2 more episodes where unfortunately my recording software went a little bit screwy on me and it reset all my settings, so it recorded these 2 episodes in the wrong file format, didn't record my voiceover, doesn't look as good quality, and yeah, it just sort of really done my head in. So what I've decided to do, rather than put those out as they were with me just sort of talking over the top, I've done like a little highlight reel, and it's going to show you basically all the good stuff that happened in one video, and I'm going to sort of put this screen capture you can see now in the corner over my existing one, so that you don't just see me looking like some really bad ventriloquist with the mouth moving, not matching up with what I'm saying. So yeah, so let's get straight to it, I guess. Right, so the first thing I did, I hadn't really used my bow and arrow before, so after leaving the area we just were, came out here using it, and all these enemies that were a right nightmare before are basically one-shot with the bow and arrow, so including that annoying flying one that throws bombs. So yeah, after that, came over to the library, because now I've got the magnifying lens, so I can read this book here, which gives me some quite important information for later on. So round and round the passageways of the egg, and some instructions there telling me which ways to go. So I made a little note of that for later use. Also, this red book there, used my nice little run ability to pick that up. And it tells me about the hidden power of colour. There's a new world of colour under the 5 gravestones. And then it also gives me some directions. So once again, made a note of that. And thought, you know what? Let's go straight over and try and do that one now. So then we come over to the graveyard, and this is the only area where there are actually 5 gravestones together, so it's fairly obvious it was this one. We push them all in the directions shown, following the numbers, and it opens this nice new stairway that takes us down into the colour dungeon, as you can see here. So there's a few different mechanics in here, all based around colour. You've got some different stuff like that, these weird little enemies. You've got a few puzzles, so you've got one like these, where you have to turn everything blue. Obviously there are more difficult versions of all of these. We have a bit here where the floor cycles through different colours and eventually falls away. And a couple of bits here where you have to fit the right enemies into the right colour blocks. Into the right colour holes, sorry. But yeah, so these are all fairly simple versions, but there are more tricky ones coming up. We get a little mini-boss who he likes to just jump on the ground and like stun you, and then you get hit by his blocks, but put a few arrows into him and you soon make light work of him. He drops a little fairy for me, which is always nice. So then yeah, here we've got a more difficult version of the sort of the floor puzzle. They automatically make you jump, but you just got to try and make sure you don't hang around on those red ones for too long. Also get a more difficult version of the colour puzzle here. This one was a bit of a nightmare. It's fairly simple once you know what you're doing, but because I just randomly started hitting them, I kind of screwed it up for myself and made it take a lot longer than it should have done. But it's fairly simple. And then we have another version of this. This is a bit annoying because they keep getting in your way, so while you're trying to throw them into the right holes, other ones are hitting you and you accidentally knock them into the wrong holes. Then we get another mini-boss, who's this big slime. He basically, you use the powder on him, and then he turns into a hittable one. But all the while you're running around trying to hit him when he's the slime, it just doesn't work. It took me a while to realise that the powder was the way forward there. And then you've got Hard Hit Beetle, who is the main boss of the dungeon. He's starts off, you think he's quite simple. You just hit him and he keeps cycling through colours like this. But it gets to a certain point where he drops some skeletons on you and tries to make your life a bit more tricky. And then you can see, as he does that and you're paying attention to the skeletons, he starts going back through the colours. So basically you have to just like keep hitting him as much as you can. But you eventually do it. He's starting to crack there. Get a bit closer, a couple more hits on him, and there we go. Smashed him. But yeah, so it's not too bad. Get another fairy out of him. And then we come and see the Fairy Queen. So this is what the whole colour thing is all about. as you say, as you see there, if you want offense, choose red. If you want defense, choose blue. So you get the powerful red male or the sturdy blue male. So after a bit of to-ing and fro-ing, I went for the red. And as you see, I get some cool new threads out of it. Now we've got the red tunic. So yeah, it's pretty good. Your body is full of power, so it basically gives you double the power, I think it is. But as you can see, it also has crazy knockback on it. I mean, the knockback on normal enemies that aren't the ghosts, with the new power, you kind of kill most things in one hit, so not so important. After that, it was the beginning of the next video, where I went to the trendy game, and there was a little statue in there. So I got the spiny, and I ran around all the houses checking where he goes, and it turns out he goes on there. So yeah, after that, realised I'd never been in this place. So picked up the rock, went through here, and yeah, we have this place called the Dream Shrine. And as you might expect, seeing as there's just a bed there, our hero Link comes along, gets in bed, and is whisked away to a dream state, which is slightly weird. But yeah, so you got some of these weird guys that seem to mimic your movements. They don't seem to be damageable by normal means. Even try the bow and arrow, it doesn't work. But if you use the hook shot, it sort of stuns them, and then you can just smash them to pieces. So you basically go around the outside, making light work of all these chumps. And then you come up here and find an ocarina. So it's not one of the main magical instruments, but it obviously has a use, which we don't really know what it is yet. That other chest there was just, I think it was a purple rupee. But yeah, so here we are. After this, I decided to, because I wasn't really sure where to go next, and I decided we hadn't been to the top of, like, Tal Tal, like the actual mountain range. So I hadn't explored it properly anyway, so we came back here, got this chest here with the hook shot now that we can, which is awesome. And then also using the hook shot, went right to the top here and come over to the left here to a new area that I hadn't been to as well. So we come around here, get Link to hit this bush, and we find another little hidden stairway. Going down there brings us to a room with a bombable wall. So blow the hell out of that. Come down here, kill all these chumps, and go through this way, and we find the heart piece that we couldn't get to before, just the other side of there. So that was all good. I was wondering how I was going to get that. Going back to the left from the bombable wall, and you come through here, and come back out to the outside, to this area here, where basically you come left along here, and oh yeah, this is it. You basically have to try and avoid all these falling boulders, which is a little bit tricky. Got hit a couple of times, but nothing too bad. Ouch. Yeah. So then we climb up here. Ow! I forgot about that. So yeah, climb up here, and I'm pretty sure somewhere around here there is a shell. Yes, a secret seashell in the corner one. After that, we head further to the left. Another secret stairwell, which leads us to this strange looking place, where if you use the powder to light the thing, you get this weird, creepy little dude come down, who is quite funny. You woke me, thanks a lot, but now I'll get my revenge. Are you ready? Okay, I'll let you carry more bombs. And you're like, what? How is that a punishment? He says, you deserve it. Now look at all that junk you have to carry. Excellent. Right, so after that, we come... that's it. We drop down here, and there's another bombable wall there. So we come around, kill this little skelly dude, and blow this one up. Where we find, if I remember rightly, yes, there's this very strange sort of flamethrower coming out of the wall. I spent a little while here trying various things on it, and it turns out that I do not have the right equipment to do so yet. So I didn't really know what to do. I was trying to like throw bombs at it, trying to shoot it with arrows and hookshot, and nothing I have at this stage lets me get through there. So put a little pin on there to remind me. and we go a little bit further to the left, finding another heart piece. Happy days. After that, we, if I remember rightly, we head all the way back over to the other side. That's it. But before going to the right, I remembered we hadn't actually been into this place yet. So we come here, speak to the dude, and he's something cryptic about chickens, saying that they don't have the fighting spirit, and they used to help you fly, and all this, that, and the other. So obviously, what I do next is basically throw one about and then try and steal one, because why wouldn't you? Unfortunately, it doesn't work, and yeah, then we head over to the right-hand side. Over here, there's a simple little jump. And I think another shell, maybe? Maybe? Yes, another secret seashell. I do have a memory, apparently. And then we come back down this way, because there wasn't really anything else up there. But if we come along here, there is more stuff the other side. So first of all, come through here, another bombable wall, which is always fun. Blow the crap out of that. Up through here, around the other side, up another level. And, oh yes, it brings us to this little room with loads of chests. So we think, oh awesome, we're going to get loads of rupees and cool stuff out of here. But no, they're all full of slimes. But yeah, so it turns out, after me messing around for a while, that what you need to do is make it so you can get all of them. Come out here, get another secret seashell. But yeah, what I mean by that is if you push the blocks in the wrong order, you can't actually access all of the chests if you don't do it quite right. But if you make it so you can get every single one of them, the last one will be something better. So there is a silver rupee, which is 100, so that's pretty cool. But then we go back out and round the other way, and then when we come out the other side, we are in this little area. So we've got another owl to speak to. You are near the eagle's tower, beware of the bird. So as we come up here, this little area here, basically you go through quite a few different caves. It keeps bringing you out just to go back in another one. So I've skipped most of that. We come out here, and this should be the last one. And I believe this brings us right out to the very top of the mountain. Yes, here we go. Where we find this huge tower with an ominous looking bird sort of skull thing on it. And a keyhole. So obviously this is going to be one of the later dungeons that we can't access just yet. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously in the full videos it would have been a lot more long-winded and you'd have seen exactly what I did. But just so we can sort of get on with it, and just for ease of putting it out, and I don't want you to have to sit through multiple videos where the quality isn't as good, so I just sort of squeezed it all into one. So yeah, basically that's everything. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as usual, I will see you next time. See you later, nerds.